Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, wishing you a happy New Year's Eve. Also bringing you episode number 4 of our Pokemon X playthrough here on the channel. In the last episode, we made our way through Santaluna Forest here into, I believe this is Santaluna City? Let's just make sure for certain. It is indeed. It's a traditional city at that. So we spent, well, I spent quite a lot of time hunting for a second new team member here in the Kalos region. You folks just saw the beginning and end of that. So I saved you a good, like, if I was to have actually somehow rambled on for the entire hunt, you would have had 3 episodes of me failing to find what I was looking for. So, to that end, let's do a little team recap and show you who we are currently working with. Of course, we have our starting Pokemon here, Springer, our Froakie, currently sitting at level 10. He's got Bubble, Quick Attack, Lick, and Growl. I didn't even mention this either. So his ability, of course, is Torrent, and his nature is Lonely, which, can we see what that does? Yes, it looks like attack is up and defense is down. If you see, like, the bigger screen over here, the stat that is highlighted in red, faintly, I believe is the boosted stat, and blue, defense, is the reduced stat. Okay, so we also have Shelbert, our Squirtle, right there from the Kanto region. We've got Pikachu as well from the Kanto region, but we have a new Pikachu, because I do want to have a nice electric resistance on our team, because of course right now the only obedient Pokemon is Springer. So we've added Blitz, a Pikachu. I'm going to actually switch the attacks around here. Blitz is a mild Pokemon, which is a boost to special attack, which is good. Defense is lower because of that. Currently at level 3 with Thundershock and Tail Whip. So we're going to be doing a little bit of switch training. In fact, I should put, actually, let's go back to our Pokemon list. I should put Blitz at the front. And there's a way I can switch them quicker, I believe. Is there? No, there's not, maybe. I'm not going to restore. What am I doing? Okay. Switch. There we go. I thought there was a quicker way to do that. Anyway, no big deal. So for the time being, of course, Shelbert and Pikachu are not super obedient, so we're not really focusing on them. But we do have Springer and now Blitz. And let's take a look at the city first. As I said, I do got to do some switch training. I might, like, depending on what happens here in the city today, I might actually do a bit of a grinding montage. Shouldn't take too long to get Blitz up to speed with Springer. So this is one of the fashion shops, I guess, here. Welcome. If you'd like, check out the items at the back of the shop. So I think we get to try them on here. We have the, was that logo cap, a button accessory. So this is kind of cool the way they did this. Like, you don't just simply see like a list of items or something. You're actually going into a shop to take a look at what they have. So we can buy the red cap for more money than I have available. I could buy the button accessory that is on there. So you can see like the hat itself and like the button as well. It's kind of cool the way they had this set up. Of course, as I say, money is an issue right now, so we can't really afford... I could get a button, but an option between getting a button or, you know, potions. I'm going to probably opt for potions, but these look pretty decent. Can I get that feather accessory? No, I cannot. That is a $1,400 feather. The outdoors cap is $3,000 plus 100. Oh yeah, so we're not going to be doing too much fashion shopping, probably in the whole playthrough, until at least I start raking in a lot of cash. The shop specializes in hats and accessories. Should I get a hat? I don't know. I don't know either. Can I get this hat? Look at this fancy hat. I can't get that hat? Oh well, I can run indoors though, so that's the more important thing. What do you say? You know, the inventory of shops like this one can be completely different from one store to the next. Indeed. Now, I think if I go in here... What does this say? Oh, you want to use the fitting room. Take your time. I think in here is where I get to see everything they have available. Right. So I can choose to see what it would look like on me. I guess. I'm not going to actually do it. Because, of course, I can't afford it. Do I want to quit without changing clothes? Yes, I do. Thank you. But you have like a little bit of a mannequin there. It's kind of cool. How was it? Take your time and check out other items, too. I'm going to check out potions. We're going to need some of them if we're going to start doing some more battling here in the Kalos region. Excuse me. So, finally, I'm able to sort of get ahead of things here. I'm recording this the day before you're watching it. Not that you need to really know too much behind-the-scenes stuff, but if I'm going to keep the series going on a regular basis, I realize I can't keep recording the day of, because if, for example, that hour-long Pikachu hunt almost delayed the video from when I wanted to have it go live. Fortunately, the editing was pretty quick. But, yeah, I'm going to do some pre-recording, and hopefully get the videos out pretty regularly. I will be checking the comments and such on all previous videos, of course, and if there's something pertinent that you guys mention, if I don't get to it immediately, bear with me. It might be maybe a couple episodes later that I can respond to it in video form, but I can always respond just through the comments on YouTube. Anyway, there's a fitting room at the back there. You can change in a flash. I have nothing to change into, so no thank you. Oh, I want to catch a Pikachu too. So lucky, Pika Pika Pika. Isn't that great? I got 2 Pikachu. Excuse me. I found my Pikachu in Santaluna Forest. Hey! Just like me. What do you say, Tierno? Dancing away as always. There he goes. Oh yeah, great big C. There's a Pokemart in it. Yeah, you told me this last time. There's a Pokemart back here. We can buy some stuff. How much do I have for potions right now? Anyways, we've actually got 10 potions. We got 1 antidote, 1 paralyzed heal. We're doing good on, I believe, the Pokeballs. Yep, still 21 Pokeballs. Okay, so we might not need to buy as much as I was thinking. Pokemon are easier to catch if you make them sleep or paralyze them first. Could have paralyzed Pikachu if we didn't have that nice electric immunity to paralysis in this generation. So what do you sell? You sell the, what we call them, like the battle items, I believe. So I might want them someday, but for right now, I'll save my cash. I believe you are going to sell your basic goods. Pokeballs and potions, I guess that's all we can get right there. I think, isn't it, your inventory selection increases with every badge you get. I think that's how the shops work in this particular generation. Alright, but anyways, let's check out the rest of the town. See what everyone has to say. Walking through tall grass is great fun. All kinds of Pokemon jump out at you. It's not great fun if you have no HP and you're trying to get through to a safe spot, but I guess you didn't really specify that. When a Pokemon is evolving and you don't want it to, try pressing the B button. It surprises the Pokemon and makes it stop evolving. That's evolution cancellation. There's an actual name for it now? I thought it was just called the B button. If you love your Pokemon, even if it changes its appearance, you'll stay connected with it. Let's see, you and your Pikachu are just getting to know each other. Yes, I think that's how I'd put it. Wonder what she will say about Shelbert. Hang on. Because we've had Shelbert for a lot longer than anyone else in our collection. So let's see. Does that resonate here in Kalos? Your Squirtle are just... Okay, not really just getting to know each other. Come on now. I've had him since the Kanto region, but of course in this game, I'm considered a new trainer. I wonder if it's supposed to be like... Even though Shelbert and Pikachu have been with me through, what is it, 5 leagues now? We've been to the Ore region, we've been to so many different places. If they now see that I have no badges here, they're like, you know what? You gotta prove yourself to us once again, Chaz. We don't trust you yet. Kalos is different. Anyway, the gym leader in this city is the fantastic photographer, Viola. I'll have to go find some bug-type Pokemon if I want to have any of my pictures displayed in the gym. I've got some bug types. Oh, that reminds me. Don't let me forget. I gotta go back to the Pokemon Center in just a little bit. There's so many great gym badges to be earned here in the Kalos region. Do you want to hear about them? I'll hear about the first one. I want to be surprised by the rest. Which badge would you like to hear about? Bug badge? If you have a bug badge, then Pokemon up to level 30 will obey you without question. Which badge would you like to hear about? I think we're good for now. I'm the boss, but if you want to know, I think she said just come back and talk. And I believe I just got a notification on my phone that as of right now, in an in a day's time, we have Pokemon Go, the 2020 celebration, the New Year celebration will be happening in a day. So for you folks watching this video, less than a day, but now you know exactly when I'm recording this. Pokemon love yummy treats just as much as you or me. Is that so? Maybe there's someone here. Some free treats? Let's talk to this person. I'm a real grown-up, you see, so I've picked up a lot of great balls. Here, Mr. Trainer, I'm feeling generous, so I'll share them with you. We got some money. Because if you're not familiar with my playthroughs, I don't use Great Balls, I don't use Ultra Balls, I sell them for cash and buy Pokeballs. A Great Ball is just a really great Pokeball. Get it? It makes it even easier to catch Pokemon. I mean, that's true, and that's kind of why I don't use them, because it's like, I like the challenge of regular Pokeballs. I still remember my own big first adventure. I messed that up. I went all the way to the next town with my Pokemon. That's the hugest adventure you can imagine. I've already done that twice, technically. I'd heard that the wild Pokemon jump out at people. I can still feel my heart racing as like it was yesterday. I'm going to sit on the bed. I'm going to look around. I'm going to get up. I like that little detail. You can just sit on just about anything. Like, it's pointless. It really does nothing, but it's so visually nifty neato. What's this? Ah, drinks. Café au lait, chocolat chaud. That is... Isn't that milk coffee and... Well, that's hot chocolate. Lemonade. I think it was that first one. Look at this. Cool little Roselia water fountain there. But lait is milk, I believe. And cafe, that's coffee? I don't know. Anyway, Pokemon sure are as mysterious as that weird drink. I learned all kinds of things at the trainer school. It was surprising. Is that so? So they have the same things over here. But they don't actually sell these anywhere, do they? I know lemonade is an actual item you can get. But I don't think we're seeing it anywhere here. Pokemon that you get from trades tend to grow easily, and they get quick. They strongly get quicker. There we go. But you know, if you don't have enough gym badges, they might not listen to your orders. As, of course, Shelbert and Pikachu currently will not. If we trade Pokemon, you and I will become acquaintances. So how about it? Why don't you trade a Bunnelby for my Farfetch'd? Nah, we're good. Well, that's a shame. If you ever change your mind, I hope you'll come find me. Farfetch would be good in this first gym, because it is a Bug-type gym. You there. We were just thinking, boy, there's nothing to buy at the shops around here. Now go get yourself some gym badges. That's what I'm talking about. The more you have, the more different things you can buy. So it does increase the stock at the store based on how high up you get your gym badge count. So they made it so that no matter what gym you go to, or sorry, what town you go to, you can get the same items all across the region based on what your current badge count is. It's chock full of Pokemon books, photo collections, whatever we know. Basic stuff. Oh, a new face in town. Yes, indeed. Take this with you on your way. X attacks. Those could come in handy for the gym battle. Oh, and take this as well. X defenses. Those could come in handy for the gym battle as well. Yes, they are for Pokemon battles. By knowing which items to use during the right moment in battle, a trainer can save his or her partner in a pinch. Could also sell those for cash. You got your Pokemon holding items like you know what's going on, right? We really don't have any held items just yet. Hopefully we'll actually pick something up somewhere here. Type matchups, huh? So water is good for fire, and fire works well against grass. And grass is strong against water. Right. And that's that. I'm not going to waste time reading the chalkboard. It tells you about the status conditions and stuff. In fact, let's just waste time reading the chalkboard just to see. Yeah, we know poison, paralysis, sleep, burn, frozen. Do you think they're going to ever add a new status condition eventually at some point? Moves have types too, you know. If your Pokemon uses a move that's the same type as the Pokemon, that move's power will go up. Because I've always thought a pretty cool status condition could be Petrification. Even if you catch a wild Pokemon, your team's Pokemon will still grow. I know it because one of my Pokemon leveled up when it was fighting a battle like that. Yeah, so Petrify. I've seen that in other RPGs where the afflicted character turns to stone. That's what Petrification means, right? Things that turn to rock. If you master type matchups, then even strong opponents will be a breeze for you to beat. But I thought it could be a thing where it's almost like in the first generation, Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Green, all that stuff. If you got frozen, you could not unfreeze unless you were hit by a fire type attack, which would melt the ice. So they could bring back Petrification, or bring back that effect using Petrification as a new status condition, but have some way maybe to undo it, not have it like thaw out on your own. But you could make it that if you petrify something and it's a rock type Pokemon, maybe they gain extra defense and can still move because they're already made of rock. So that could be an interesting thing to add in eventually at one point. Trainer tips: the first Pokemon to appear in the battle will be the one in the upper left corner of the list, which we know all about. Now she's not going to let us leave. She's the roadblock right here. She says to us, you are, aren't you? You're one of the kids who got a Pokemon from Augustine Sycamore, right? That Pikachu you got there looks pretty happy. You must be a good trainer. In that case, go to the gym. She's not letting me go. I'm sure my sister will be glad to meet you. I'll head over there in a little bit. Give me some time. I gotta talk to more people in the town first. What can trainers do to reward their Pokemon for working hard? Give them berries. Give them Poffins. Give them... Are Poffins in this? I forget exactly what the item here is. It's like Poke Puffs, I think, isn't it? Drinks, you got the same drinks, but you got no one selling those drinks. Come on now, we want to get some drinks. Do we see? No, we don't see a different angle. I wonder where the first seat that we get to sit in that changes the angle is going to be. Again, that's a pretty unimportant, superfluous thing, but it's still cool to see. Okay, I think I've explored everything down this way. We are seeing some slowdown. Oh, I didn't talk to you yet. What do you have to say? Have you peeked into that boutique beside the Pokemon Center? I have, thank you. They have lovely hats there, you know. Very expensive hats at that, so we're not going in there again anytime soon. This looks like the gym. It's got the standard gym symbol. Santaluna City Pokemon Gym. The leader is Viola, the camera woman who never lets a single smile escape her focus. And again, I don't know how to pronounce it properly. Viola? Beats me. What are you saying over here? Are you blocking the way in? Hey stranger, isn't cruising around town on your roller skates the best thing ever? I wouldn't know. Wait, do you mean to tell me that you don't even own a pair of roller skates? Then how about this? If you beat me in a Pokemon battle, I'll give you a pair. I can never say no to a contest, not me. So how about it? Do you want a battle? I guess we might as well. Whether it's a Pokemon or roller skates, speed is important. So I don't know if I really need the skates, but they force you to pick them up because you can't get into the gym, continue your adventure, until you defeat this opponent. So Blitz, pop in for a moment please. Just grab yourself some experience as we see a level 7 Ziggy Goon is threatening us. So let's switch into a level 10 Springer the Froakie. See if we can take this down. But yeah, Petrification could be a cool status condition to add in. Because, I mean, they've added similar things, like, for example, Attract. Confusion's been there since Gen 1. What are some other ones? Like Curse, you could consider as like a status affliction. They've added things like that, but as far as I remember, they haven't added a new thing where, you know how you'll see the actual, say, Poison or Sleep, like a little status, what would you call it, symbol, marker, on the Pokemon's HP bar or status screen here that reminds you permanently that they have that condition. They haven't added any more ones like that. So, I don't know. I think Petrification is long overdue for being included in the world of Pokemon as we hit level 4 with Blitz. The new attacks just, yeah, that's fine. You wrapped up the battle before I could reach my top speed. Thank you. That was kind of the goal. Alright, so I believe we get ourselves the roller skates. That was amazing. You might even be stronger than a gym leader. Alright, here we go. One spiffy pair of roller skates just as I promised. We've got ourselves the roller skates right now. Put the roller skates in the key items pocket. Listen up, here's the instructions for the roller skates. A roller skate snap right onto any shoe so that you can glide your way around. All you need to do is move the circle pad to get those wheels going. That's all there is to it, so go on. It's your turn. Try gliding about like me. And I believe we'll give that a shot right now. Now, they might be a little bit hard to control, but they do get you... this basically gives you the whole 360 degrees control over where you go, which is a neat thing, and I believe that's the first time we've had that in a Pokemon game. So we can head over this way. I'm going to hop off the skates. We can go to Route 220. Sorry, I was going to say 222. A little bit too eager there. Route 22, and I believe there's some new species, new Pokemon to encounter, also known as Detourne Way. I'm going to wait. I'll probably check this out during a grinding, because what I like to do, and I think I mentioned this before, is when it comes to leveling up my Pokemon, I go to be about 5 levels above the wild Pokemon in the previous area to the gym. Because I don't want to be over-leveled, I don't want to make it too easy, but I also don't want to go in and get completely destroyed. So let's take a moment here to talk about my Pokemon. So we're going to open up the PC, currently someone's PC. We never know who it is until we meet them later. But I have included my Pokemon from the past. We got Box 1, Box 2, Box 3... and the highest leveled one that we have, just as an example, is Blazar Charizard, who is currently at level 73. So it's gonna be a while, if ever, that we see him in this game, as far as adding Pokemon in, because I'm gonna add Pokemon from the past based on the current level of our active battlers. So, for example, our highest battler right now, of course, Blitz is level 4, but level 11 for Springer, our Froakie. I'm only gonna add in previous Pokemon as long as they are at the level of our highest in battle team member, basically. So the lowest level we have available right now is Slippin, our Piplup from our Sinnoh team at level 17. He is still way above where we want him to be, or where he needs to be to join in. So he's going to sit back, but he will be the first one to join in. Now, I was thinking about how the Nuzlocke-ish type kind of rules are going to go. As I say in the description, the primary Nuzlocke rule we're going to focus on is if a Pokemon gets knocked out, we can't use them anymore. We're going to permanently box them until the next generation, which I've already recorded when Sun and Moon first came out. So you can check that out, that playthrough on the channel, if you want to see where we end up after Gen 6. But what I'm going to do, since we just recently started a Dragon Ball Z playthrough on the channel, and I recently used the Dragon Balls myself to rejuvenate the old Charizard hat, in the theme of Dragon Ball Z, and the time when Piccolo sacrificed himself for Gohan and took the blast from Nappa, all that fun stuff from the past. Certain Pokemon that I pick up in this playthrough, I need to keep on the team until they evolve up to certain levels, because that's how it happened originally, and I'm recreating my original adventure. So let's say, for example, if Springer is destined to evolve, but he gets knocked out before he evolves, I'm going to choose a different member of the team to take that hit. They will be permanently put away in the PC, and the Pokemon in question that needs to evolve will continue on the team. So, it's not, I wouldn't say it's really much of a cheat, sort of. It's definitely not what a standard Nuzlocke rule is, but in order to recreate the playthrough from my first time, I think that's the best way to do it. We're still losing a Pokemon, it's just the specific Pokemon we lose is not what, might be expected. Alright, so we've only got another about 5 or so minutes here. I think we should do a little bit of training, just to end off. As I say, we're going to get Blitz a little bit trained up. Or should I save all this for a montage? I will say this, though. Just for fun, I decided to roam around in the grass out here, just right outside of town. And after the hour I spent searching for our Blitz here, turns out in the grass I'm in right now, as you can probably see, Pikachu are a lot more common than they appeared to be in the forest. So I really should have been hunting for Blitz out here, not in the forest. I didn't know they were out here. I thought the forest was the only place that wild Pikachu would show up. But it is what it is. We still got ourselves our Pikachu added to the team, so I'm not overly complaining about that, I suppose. Let's get some experience for our little Pikachu. And what else was I going to say? Well, after the first gym, the next town that we get to go to, level 5, learns Growl. Alright, I'm hoping to get Thunderbolt eventually, which I'm sure is going to take a while, but we'll get there. But after this town that we're in, the next place that we get to, the next big city, is the biggest city. In fact, well, now we're in a battle. I can't really show you what I was going to show you just yet, but I will show you the town map, and it's a city that is very notable. I'm level 5, that's level 3. This thing can learn ground attacks, though, but would it have it at level 3? I'm going to risk this. We're almost double its level. I don't think I need to worry too much. Yeah, Tackle only would have done maybe 9 with a critical hit, so we are good. But the big city that you get to when you first arrive... Hey, look, there's another wasted critical. When a regular Thundershock would have done it, we use one of the stored up critical hits that I'm sure is going to not show up when we need it to later on. But yeah, the big town is called Lumio City, and it is the central city in the entire Kalos region. It is ridiculously huge, but I really like it. I shouldn't talk too much about it until we get there, but like just how big and sprawling it is. There's like tiny little alleyways that you might not know how to navigate through and everything. There's a lot to Lumio City, and I'm eagerly awaiting getting there, because, again, look, that's, out of 3 encounters, we've already found 2 Pikachu. I really should have been out here doing the hunting. So let's switch over into Springer once again. This thing is level 5, our Thundershock will not do much against that. Oh, so much wasted time. And you could tell how I was so just bored with the non-Pikachu in the forest. Like, I'm leaning back in the chair, I finally perk up and I'm like, oh boy, a male Pikachu, thank you very much. They must have like maybe a 5% encounter rate in Santaluna Forest, which they might have had that in Viridian Forest as well back in the first generation. I've mentioned before, but I still remember hunting for that very first Pikachu, the one that we currently have on our team from Kanto. My original playthrough, level 6 already. I might not need to do much grinding. In fact, do I even want to do a grinding montage? I'm not going to heal just yet. I'm going to push Blitz a little bit further. But yeah, the first time we encountered a Pikachu in Viridian Forest, I remember it very well because I was leading with, I think Shelbert was leading the way. And when that Pikachu showed up, the first turn I spent switching into my Butterfree Critter because, you know, he's got Sleep Powder, and I thought, okay, so we can't really touch this Pikachu. I have to put it to sleep. I can't. Nothing I had on my team could weaken it without knocking it out. So I switched into Critter, The Pikachu hit him with a Thunder Shock. The second turn, I thought, okay, let's just try a Pokeball right now, just to see what happens. Threw the Pokeball, and we caught Pikachu. It was that easy. And I was like, really? I would have expected to have to, you know, again, Sleep Powder it. Although that does remind me, when I was taking on Zapdos back in Kanto, originally back on my old Game Boy system, I managed to catch that in the first Pokeball I threw. Now, I did have to weaken it and put it to sleep, but the first ball that I threw caught Zapdos. And I'm like, what's with me and electric types? First ball right away. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to save up the game because we are at time for this episode right here. But in the next episode, you'll probably see a bit of a grinding montage to start off with, and then I think it's time we check out our first gym here in the Kalos region on New Year's Day. We're starting a new year with a new badge, hopefully, in a new region. So stay tuned for that tomorrow. But for the time being, we are going to end off today. I want to say thank you, folks, for watching this episode today. If you enjoyed it, feel free to click the old like button down below. And if you want to subscribe and click the notification button for more updates on when we got some more videos and streams coming your way here on the channel, feel free to do that. You can also click the join button down below to see what perks are available for channel sponsors at different tiers we have set up if you'd like to join in and help support myself and the channel. So that is it for now. Once again, folks, Happy New Year's Eve. Hopefully you have a nice, safe celebration this year. Remember, we're almost through the rough stuff going on in the world right now. Just got to hang on a little bit more. And even if this year celebrations are not as big as we're used to or as we're hoping, just think how much bigger next year will be in comparison. You know, just keep thinking of the future, and we'll get there safe and sound. But all that being said, once again, folks, thank you for watching today's episode. We'll see you in 2021. And until then, Professor Chaz is signing off. I will catch you next year. Have a good one, folks. I'll see you later.